guys, you're watching me, Nikki, you also known as Faces Trader, and today you're watching the Philippine Market Update for August 27, 2020. It is a Thursday, so let's begin. Okay, so the wealth this is a platform. You can buy your online stocks in the Philippines here. Your Philippine index is still down 9 points. Index is 5921. You've got a slew of winners today. Your BPI, your financials is finally up 4%, 65.7. Your AGI is up 2%. Your Jollibee is just there. Your RHI is just there. Some names, financials are slightly up, but mostly BPI, no? So let's take a look at your index. Okay, I forgot. There are also a few winners, not just the financials. So let's talk about them one by one. So index, let's first look at our index. You've got 17 billion pesos. Most likely there's a lot of crossing today. That would be 13 billion pesos amount for SM. So foreign net selling is 1 billion. So there is a massive change of the hands between SM shareholders. Now advancers are 98, decliners are 86. You've got losers, Meralco and Bloomberry. You've got winners, BPI and Ayala Corp. MPI continues heading up. AGI continues up. Your Metro Bank is also up 1%. So let's take a look one by one. PSEI is quite unchanged. Your all shares are quite unchanged, but financials are up. Industrials didn't go move up, went down then up, so quite unchanged. Holdings were down. Properties fell down. Your mining is up very strongly, and then your services is slightly down a bit, but just slightly. So from an index perspective, let's take a look on the stats. Your top gainers here, okay, you're in the biggest winners here. You've got your CHP up 11%, 1.51. You've got your Nicolasia now up 7% to about 3.26. So we did say that Nicolasia, it would take a while, but it will eventually go up. And it's good to see that it is materializing right in front of your eyes, especially if you've been watching our channel ever since we made a buy call on Nicolasia from 1.8. So will we see Nicolasia move 3.7 or $4? We'll see. Anyway, let's take a look at the other name. BPI is now 65.7. It's up 4%. Good move today. And then some financials. Okay, FNI continues going up 1.33. Although I don't have this, I am celebrating the success of all the nickel players out there. For those who have FNI, congratulations. It's now 133, so you're up. I mean, if you've bought it at 1.1 or 1 peso or even lower than 1, then congratulations for you. Some nickel players are also choosing to buy even small amounts. We are seeing that there's mostly Nicolasia and FNI, no? Okay, let's take a look at the other things. PPI is up. Dito Telecom is up today. So following yesterday's what we thought was a sell on good news, effectively it went up today. Wow. So that's one of the news. We know about the third telco. So that's one of surprises for me. Okay, what else is happening here? You see Meralco going down 267. Some selling front. What's happening in the selling front? At least there's not a lot of selling front today. Bloomberry is down 2.9% to 6 pesos. But yeah, very few sellers today on the volume side. So that's a little bit of a good news to say. From your winners side, you could see that banks are there. BDO, BPI, your telephone is just there above 140, 1440. So it's still okay. There is a change of hands on SM. So 873, Ayala Land is falling down, 29.7, following the drop of SM Prime last night, which is now below 30 pesos. Both the property segment in the Philippines, Ayala Land and SM Prime, so they continue to fall down. We will see whether some people will bargain hunt these properties in the next few days. Let's take a look at the risk-reward ratio. Now, CHP is up a magnanimous 11%. Congratulations. CHP has been rising for the past few days. I was surprised, yes. CHP and Axelum were rising despite really bad earnings naman. But yeah, so it's up. Good for the traders. Good for you. Good for you that you've got a winner, no? GD cap up 405 today, so slightly just there. Not really up, it's just there. Manila Water is just there after Razon's entering Manila water, you could definitely say that people below 13 are happy to just hold their winner. Maybe they just want to hold their Manila water. Let's see whether it can go 15 or so. So not a lot of selling front today. Nicolasia continued up. Yeah, so I think like the market is slightly happy today. I'd say not too happy, but at least something to be happy about. Top traded. Yeah, so let's take a look at the financials, and let's take a look in your miners. So yeah, let's take a look at the all shares. All shares, what happened within this week or this month? Sige, this month na lang. All shares this month. Many people are happy. CHP is up 60% for the month. Niha, which is, I think, a slight conduit play with Nicolasia, is up 60%, although I think maybe low volume. Hindi siya top traded with volume eh. So Nicolasia at least has volume, 40% up for the month. Your Mark is up 30%. Your FNI has volume, 25%. So I'd stick with the price increases with volume para lang medyo safe tayo, no? We want to be with the where the action is with the volume. But Felix Mining is up 20%. You could see that it's mostly been miners, no, for this month. Mostly the mining companies were up for the month. And when you look at the 3 months time frame, it's been really Nicolasia up 100%. Nihao is up 100%. Mark is up 100%. Some Lepantos are up 100%. Your FNI is up 80%. So it's really been about nickel. I'd say it was really about nickel, a little bit on the gold side. Apex Mining is up 75%. We have been highlighting a few miners, specifically nickel and Apex. Let's take a look at the charts, no? So charts tayo. Okay, let's go to the charts. So I do look at the investograms. Let's take a look. Press releases, DMC material information, press release. Let's take a look. Just read it. Even if it's not, it's still a downtrend, no? DMC is still trading below 3.5 ba? Let me see. I don't look at it every day. It's 390. At least it's not going down too much, no? It's 390 pala. Still low. Let's take a look. Press release. Okay, so DMCI, of course, is a conglomerate. So it's not just about Semirara. It's not just that. Yes, indeed, it could be seen as a investment play for some people who wants the infrastructure of DMCI, with the advantage of their real estate, their power unit, which is their Semirara Energy, and of course, DMCI has water as well. So let's read this. Quadruple A developer. That means there are 4 stars. AAAA. Quadruple A DMCI Homes is instituting a number of safety measures adapting to the challenges of COVID pandemic. Yes, it has been expanding the barracks capacity in its construction site. Of course, you know that DMCI has their own construction firm for their DMCI homes. So over 2,900 workers are currently staying at the on-site barracks provided by DMCI Homes. Company has also been providing its skilled workers with free vitamin C supplements, improving their overall health. We understand the mobility limitation, the health risk. So let's increase productivity and address the delays in the supply of ready-mix concrete. The MCI Homes commissioned a 180 cubic meter per hour concrete batching plant strategically located in Pasig City, allowing the company to expedite concreting works relative to the project requirements and construction schedule. The MCI is at the tail end of developing modular concrete building components for its in-house requirements. Modularization allows the company to rationalize manpower deployment, project turnover schedules, manual use, in addition to investing in the manual labor yun. So from a customer experience, we're going full speed with our digital transformation, shifting our sales online, using virtual tours, online property presentations, online reservation and payment. We are digitalizing our customer service with newly developed mobile app for property management and community services. So the best way forward is really adaptation. We need to learn to live with this virus. So that's actually a good thing to hear from DMCI. They are aware that we are living in a digital world. So transforming their company to adapt is a good thing to hear from any investor standpoint. So you need to hear people to admit that they need to adapt their businesses rather than to stay with the old and not adapt with the new. So I think that would be the reason why, some people are looking ahead of the next few years. If DMCI can be a more agile company and can actually invest more in renewables, then there could be a light at the end of the tunnel. So we are seeing, of course, the TMCI, of course, had a loss of about 3.3. What's this price? Teka, let me see. Wait lang ah. Let me look at my Google Chrome. Teka lang. Uh, Wait lang ah. Kung makita yung chart eh. Sandali. View the full chart. Or dito na lang tayo. Okay, it's 3.3 to 390. So no volume, but the fact that it went up 30% already tells you that there's a lot of people that's actually willing to buy DMCI for their conglomerate, for their conglomerate picks, no? So this is really I do understand that in the Philippines you really have to do a lot of value investing, because there are companies in the Philippines that aren't exactly negative when it comes to cash flow, and it is really cheap. Indeed, it is cheap. No, AGI, we kept on harping that AGI was cheap, and the good thing about AGI is that they have also been adamant in buyback programs, and so at the very least, I think also the MCI must have been doing some buybacks. No, so when it's a value play, we do want to see that the insiders, the owners of the company, are willing to buy with us, even if it takes maybe a year or 2 years or 6 months, 12 months. We don't know naman how long this COVID pandemic really is. So it's good to see that AGI and the MCI looks to be higher lows continue to hold. You can see that AGI has held the $6 mark, sorry, 6 peso mark. And so we might see it hit 7 and 7.50. It doesn't know. I'm not here trying to predict it goes up 2 months from now or 2 days from now. But I think that it is a higher low. So we are seeing some support here at about 6 pesos. And we see support at 5.50. So this is good to see, no? We are seeing your BPI today going up 5%. So we did say, actually, we're saying that at 62.64, that it looks to be being bought. And so far, it's good. If you were buying near 62.64, congratulations. The financials are indeed up today, 65.70. BPI is up. BDO hasn't risen up. So you might actually say, baka BDO, we should buy this at 87. Buy na muna tayo ng BDO habang nauna na si BPI. Metro Bank, of course, is also climbing the good fight. 34.40 today. We did say that at 32 or 33 or 34, the downside is small. Someday it will go to 40, 41, 42. We don't know that someday. It could be 3 months, 4 months. I don't know. But it looks like the good thing about buying here is that the risk is small and the reward is big enough for us to make 10, 20% upside. So the financials indeed looks to me to be, if it's low naman, we were saying Security Bank at 95, 90, that it was a buy here, we were saying that. And so far, Security Bank naman is there at 98 to 100. What else? Actually, East West, I was surprised with this one. I saw nga na, actually, I thought it was just a triple bottom, yung pala higher low na si East West. And so far, East West Bank continues to go even on top of the higher low. It's now hitting 8.5. So I think that this move of East West is good for the Philinvest Development Corporation. If you can recall, I think 3 months ago, FDC was trying to make a roadshow. I mentioned it in class. I mentioned it in a video. I'll read it for you. FDC equity offering, Philinvest Dev Corp. Ito. So the Gotianon, since last year, has been approved an equity offering. And they're also, itong June, studying a bond equity offering. So they want to tap capital markets. So in my view, if they want to hit a good roadshow, FDC kasi 50%, I'm not sure if 50%, but a significant portion of their income is bent on East West and Philinvest land. So it could actually, that roadshow could actually be a catalyst for FLI and East West to be really valued properly. Magkano ba talaga tong fly na to? Magkano ba talaga tong East West na to? Si Fly nagbigay naman yan ng 6 centavos cash dividend. So this is actually one of the hidden 6% gains that you can make in the market if you can just buy it every time 80, 90 cents. Mga ano yan, hindi sila parang yung arit na pinagkakaguluhan ng mundo. Pero in terms of dividends naman, FNI has been, I'm proud to say that they have been prompt and they never delayed their dividends. No matter what happened, COVID pandemic man yan, ano man nangyari sa buong mundo, they still continued to pay their dividends. And I am praising them for that, na at least, no, nagbabayad sila ng divs, hindi sila nag-delay, and they still paid. Ito, they paid here, ano to, 0259, and then dito, bayad sila ulit. Magkano yon? 0259. So that's 5 centavos. So if you're paying 90 centavos and you get 5 cents, magkano ang yield, guys? 5 cents divided by 92 cents. Bilangin po natin yun. It's more than 6%, no? Teka lang. 0.05 divided by 0.92, it's 5.4%. Sorry, 5.4%. Nonetheless, yun. So, pwede na rin para sa mga taong nagpapatulog ng pera, yan, dividend yan. Actually, ang masama sa mundo, sa Pilipinas, hindi talaga masyado maangat talaga eh. Yun naman yung katotohanan. Pero okay lang yan. At least may mga ibang opportunities. And Seb, I think at 36 to 33, pwede yan mabili as it goes down. We have been seeing, so let's take a look, no? So not all companies are rising in the Philippines. It looks like the properties na pag-iwanan. And it's not because it's absent yung wala naman kasi profits eh. Nakita niyo naman, the department stores, the real estate, talagang hirap. So Ayala Land has been suffering. I think 70% decline on their earnings. SM Prime also suffering. So yun, fundamentals are just reflecting what's happening in the stock. So, let's see. Let's take a look at your questions today. Comments tayo. When is the listing date of XPED? Ano yung XPED? You mean the US, XPEV, Xpeng Motors na pinag-uusapan natin. Sa global natin, pag-usapan yung mga US companies. So, hindi ko pag-usapan yan ngayon. Philippine market muna yung tanong. Costco may cross. Okay. Ang daming tanong ng US. Teka lang ha. Costco may cross. Talaga, tingnan natin yung Costco. Well, Costco, I think, is a cheap company at 4 or 5 pesos. And that volume is good. I think that if it can increase more with volume, papatulan yan ng market. Kasi as you know, Pure Gold is trading at 52 today. And if Pure Gold can continue going up to 55 or 60 someday, it could actually reflect a valuation re-rating for your Costco. So, hintay lang yan. We don't know kailan. Pero yeah, that is a value play. San Miguel is not moving despite all the press releases about tollway, tax exemption, Bulacan Airport. Mahina talaga yung Pilipinas, guys. Kaya minsan, may maganda ng news, hindi pa rin siya umaangat. Alam nyo, yung Nickel Asia, umabot na ng ilang buwan, bago lang yan umangat. Yung ASEAN, umabot ng 1 buwan, bago umangat. So, minsan buwanan din talaga sa Pilipinas eh. So, oras-oras lang din yan. Kung talagang may magandang nangyayari sa company, it might take a while, but if you really like it, the position size is, I believe that you have to put 5% of your portfolio into a position size para habang naghihintay ka, hindi ka masyado worried na umangat ng 5% or down 5% or, it should be money that you are not too worried to go make money tomorrow. Honestly speaking, if you try to make money immediately, chances are, napapansin ko, napapabili ka ng mataas, hindi ka masyado patient sa entries mo. So, ganun yan. So, ganun talaga ang buhay. Hindi ka dapat magmadali. The less you chase money, the more money comes to you. Ironic, no? Pero ganun talaga yung buhay. Don't chase money, it will just come to you at its own time. There's an ASEN disclosure. Let's read that together. May disclosure daw si ASEN. AC Energy is something that I do like. So, it is still trading at 278. So, hawak lang yan. ASEN has a disclosure. Let's read the disclosure of ASEN. Special board meeting, quarterly report about 4 hours ago. To be honest, guys, dapat yung mga quarterly reports ng ASEAN hindi mo masyado pinapansin. Kasi acquisition yan eh. So, kahit na magsabi yan na loss kami ngayon kasi nag-acquire kami, hindi naman yan importante. Sige, basahin natin. Okay, quarterly report. Total assets, you could see, ini-increase na yung asset niya, 60 billion. Total liabilities, dumadagdag. Kasi nangutang naman, okay lang naman kasi normal yan. Hindi ko masyadong tinitingnan mga book value na ganyan. Actually, hindi pa sa akin importante yung mga revenues ngayon. If you're buying a company, talaga expect mo malaki yung expense niyan. So this year, malaki yung expense. So 900 million. Malaki yung expenses. Non-operating income, biglang nag-jackpot to. 50 million, 674 million. Ano meron dyan? Millions ba to o pesos lang? Baka pesos lang pala to, no? Nasa billion na ba? Hindi pa yata, wala pa yata 9 billion pesos ang revenues ng ASEN. Wala pa yung revenues eh. Million lang yan. Tingnan ko AC. Kasi kung 9 billion pesos guys, nasa trillion peso company na yan dapat. So, imposible 9 billion pesos yan. AC Energy earnings. Oops, sorry. Ayala Corporation Energy earnings. AC Energy, basahin natin dito Visit the AC Energy website. Okay, basahin ko nga yung energy website. So they have wind farms, solar farms. Their businesses is all about renewable energy, sustainability. Renewables Thermal, listed company. Ano pa ba nakasulat sa media kit niya? Ayan lang, puro news on August 19, August 12, ano ngayon, August 27, wala akong mabasa dito. Yeah, more of the new solar plants na pag-usapan na yan. Okay, first half net income, 2 billion, clinches the Green Project of the Year award. So I think like for AC Energy, the best way to do it is just buy and hold first. I'll just wait for the next 2 years how it will do, no? So they have the senior green bonds. Mostly just hold. I just hold on to this. Hindi ko mabasa yung news na sinasabi ninyo. So earnings-wise, okay lang yon. Does PX have room to move? Gold? Hindi ako actually mahilig mag-play ng mga correlation, guys. Kasi kung umangat yung gold, angat yan. Kung bumagsak yung gold, bagsak yan. So that said, I think that gold is okay naman, uptrend siya. Pero hindi yan favorite ko eh. Hindi ko siya masyado favorite. Kasi I don't like to guess what will, I mean, it's, yan, obvious, di ba? Uptrend si gold, 1,200 to 2,000. Now the question is, nagko-consolidate ba yan? Profit taking yan eh. So uptrend is still intact. Felix would have an uptrend that is still intact. But I think that here at 4 or 450, you've got selling. So I wouldn't buy it today. And if I hold it, then okay lang to hold. But also, okay lang then to take profits. Anything can happen. With Apex, the same thing. If you want to hold it until 180 to 2 pesos, you can hold. But to buy it today, yun nga, risk-reward na eh. Parang mamaya mag-risk na mag 140, 150 yan. The beautiful thing about it is that if you have so much money, pag nag 140 to 150, buy more ka kasi alam mo pataas naman yan. So yun din, okay lang din naman if you want. Kasi intact naman yung trend eh. The trend is still your friend. Is a holding company priced higher than its subsidiaries? No, usually at a discount yan. So Pure Gold is very high as a pure subsidiary of Costco, but you can notice that holding company Costco is very discounted. So usually that discount allows us to price an arbitrary, they call it an arb. So arbitration, ano ba tawag nun? Basta the arb, there's a discount that has to be arbitrage, nakalimutan ko tuloy. Arbitrage is like what they call a risk-free money. Kaso the arbitrage, it could take time. It could be months, 6 months, 3 months, a year. But it actually tells you that if the valuation of the subsidiaries are really too high and the holding company is really too low, chances are people will buy the holding company in exchange of the subsidiary. Pero it's not all the time eh. Sometimes hindi nag-materialize. Like what happened with MPI and Meralco. Meralco and MPI, the valuation discount, the arb of the holding company is too far from the... It's also one reason why MPI at 3 to 330 there will be buyers doing the arb thinking na, oh, if you're buying Meralco, I might as well buy MPI. Parang ganon. There's a question, what would happen to Meralco if people cannot pay the bills? Millions are jobless. Puputulan kaya nila ng kuryente mga tao. Yeah, that is a risk that Meralco will have to decide. If hindi nagbayad ang mga tao, puputulan nila ng kuryente. I think that is logical for any business to do. ACEN has a SRO. That is their latest disclosure. Magkano ba presyo? Whatever the SRO is, if ever man na ACEN will fall down, I think that there will be a lot of buyers. So ACEN disclosure, no? Stock rights offering. Magkano? Paano ba? Nasaan yun? AC, energy, stock rights offering. Okay, so July 1, mag-offer daw si ASPH. Magkano ba yung presyo? So usually guys, huwag kayo matakot sa mga SRO. Kasi the company is trying to raise money. What is an SRO? A stock rights offering is a company trying to raise money in order to buy more solar companies. So okay lang yun. Kung bumagsak man yan, okay lang yun. Di bumili ka na lang more on the SRO price. What would happen to Pure Gold when the rebalancing is implemented in September? Well, hopefully, the rebalancing will make more people buy Pure Gold. Usually, they could buy, or if they already hold it, they will sell on that. Minsan, rebalancing, sinesell on news na rin ng iba eh, kasi parang they were buying ahead of time. So, hindi ko alam kung people would sell on the news or they will buy on the news. But, Pure Gold per se at 51, 52, if people think that this is a resilient company, they might just choose to hold on to it. I'm not saying that it will go up or go down. Pwede naman walang mangyari on that event. Pwede naman ganun. As in, wala, unchanged lang siya. Wilcon kaya susunod sa home improvement stocks like Home Depot? Actually, good question. Pwede. Pwedeng mangyari. We'll see. Depends on the earnings. Kasi Filipinos might not even have money to construct eh. Take note that Wilcon is not just a home furnishing company. Wilcon is benefiting also on the construction side. Offset yan. Magkano yung binagsak ng construction? Magkano yung inangat ng mga home furnishing? Baka mamaya, balance lang yan. So, hindi siya like yung pure play na home furnishing lang ako. Kasi like yung malakas talaga sa US, yung talagang home furnishing furnitures lang. So yun. Does the change of name have a good effect on the stock price? Wala naman. I think wala naman. Any thoughts on nickel? Hold lang. So hawak lang. So any drops of Nickel Asia below 3, at least alam mo may support. May bibili sa 280, 290, 3 pesos. Kung dumiretso yung 350, at least hindi ka nagmamadali na kailangan magbenta. Trending siya, so hawak lang. Ayun. So I think like we covered quite a lot of questions, and I'll see you again tomorrow, and then we'll we'll go back to the global market update. But yeah, so this ASPH, the increase of authorized capital from 8.4 billion, the 16 billion pesos additional offering is actually supposed to be seen as a good news. I've seen that many companies worldwide raise money, whether it be bonds, equity offering. It actually continued higher. If it will fall, short-term blip lang yon. It will only fall down to let the real buyers, the strong hands, go in. There's a question, does a cross lure people because they think there is high volume? Well, a cross is still money. Somebody still bought and somebody still sold. So sometimes traders think that a cross is just to influence volume. But I think that if there is real volume coming in, more people will value Costco better. So if you like Costco, pag nakita mong may cross, uy, okay yun na. Maraming papansin doon. Kumbaga parang, wow, okay yung cross na yun. I like it already. Sana may big funds na bibili din nito. Kasi minsan, gusto mo yung kumpanya, pero mag-isa ka lang. Sabihin na natin, ano nangyari sa Call Financial? Umangat, di ba? 21. Ano, magkano na ngayon? 14 yan dati. Nagbabayad yan ng piso na dividend every year. 5% every year yan. Nagtre-trade kayo. So, dapat, alam nyo, nagbabayad kayo ng pera kay Call Financial. O, pero wala namang volume yan. So, talagang buy and hold ka dapat sa ganyan. O, 14, 15, nag-22. O, kumita kang 50% up. Tapos, meron ka pang 5% dividends yearly. Tapos, piso lang yan eh, actually, in 19, kailan to nag-list? 2003 ba? 2011, 2000 and kopong-kopong. Teka, kailan nga ba? 2003, di ba? 2006, sorry, ito, 2006. So, 14 years ago, Call Financial listed IPO, 1 peso, dahil meron na tayong 300,000 and more counting clients in Call Financial, the company went from 1 peso to 22 pesos. Notwithstanding, I think Call Financial is one of the largest financial brokerage firms in the Philippines, one of the best companies, no matter what you say. And that only speaks to the growth of the company, the cash flows of the company, them paying 1 peso every year as the cash flows continue to grow. So yun, I want you guys to invest in good companies, not always thinking about trading. Yes, there's money to be made in trading, but I think that if you try to concentrate on companies that will have those great futures ahead, you'll make more than 10%. And that's what you want to do. You don't want to just make 10%. As much as possible, try to make 100% by choosing, or even 1,000%, by choosing the best companies. Why did CHP rise 11%? Thank you. Di ko rin alam eh. Umangat siya. Di ko rin alam. Alam ko lang na construction ngayon, medyo patay. At financially, patay din ang CHP. So baka naman tinulak lang ng ating mga ma'am at sir. Di ko rin alam. Pero maganda't umaangat siya. Magkano lang siya dati? 1 peso. Ngayon, 150. So up 50%. Baka nagkaroon ng kontrata yan. Hindi natin alam. Is construction coming back? Pero hindi ako masyado believe kapag malakas no? 90 cents to 150. Congratulations sa may hawak nito. Wala akong hawak. Honestly, congrats na lang sa mga meron. Umakyat ng 50%, more than 50% this month. Hindi ko na alam eh. So, hindi ko alam talaga. Maybe it just really, may buyer lang. Hindi natin alam lahat ng nangyayari sa mundo. SMC versus SM versus JG Summit versus Ayala Corp. At current level, SMC and Ayala Corp, umangat na yan. JG Summit, umangat na rin yan. Pero the beautiful thing about these three, SM, JG Summit, and AC, is that on dips, you know that people are willing to buy them. So should Ayala Corp fall 10% or JG Summit fall 10% or SM fall 10%, you can always get that discount. Now with SMC, I think that the question there is infrastructure so far. Yun nga, yung mga airport, yung mga construction, lahat yan eh. SMC, MPI, and DMC are infrastructure-related companies. So if you are playing it for the infra, tingnan mo na lang kung maraming infrastructure projects, kung binayaran siya ng gobyerno natin, matutuloy naman yung revenues niya. So ganun siya. Pwede mong laruin siya because of the infrastructure siya na laro. Yun lang. Thank you very much, guys. See you again. I'll talk about US na. Time's up. Bye-bye.